Hey guys, what's up? It's me. This is RWBY Volume 7. What am I hitting? Oh, it's my purse. This is RWBY Volume 7, Chapter 10, Gravity. So I am afraid. Let's see if it's going to let me look down. Yeah, between Watts... Oh, Chapter 11. Shit. Between Watts, Tyrian, and the singularly endless swarm of grim evil is encroaching on our heroes from all sides. The biggest threat, however, may be hiding where they least expect it. Okay, so I have virtually no spoilers for this somehow, which is kind of awesome because it's Thursday and I've pulled at least one all-nighter. So the fact that I haven't accidentally stumbled upon anything is kind of a miracle. Spoilers that I know. Ruby cries. She cries. That's pretty much the only spoiler that I know. Someone was like, hey, if she didn't have silver eyes, what color eyes would she have? And so they put like the red and they put yellow, and I was like, wait, she's crying here. What is So I immediately scrolled past it. But it was in the same doorway as when Penny died, which while I appreciate the parallel structure of it, I don't, like, as someone who works in animation, I appreciate having it be like a parallel to that and a callback to that. As someone who loves Penny and loves Ruby and doesn't want people to die, I don't appreciate it. So I'm afraid there. I'm considering like the structure of that shot. I'm pretty sure I have not been spoiled for this. I'm just gonna guess that Ironwood dies. So the only other spoiler that I got was, I think, right before this. It was just a picture of like the diagonal split that they do of Weiss and Winter. So I'm guessing that is going to explain kind of the face-off they have in the beginning with the in the opening, how Weiss is looking all concerned and Winter is just like so maybe that'll explain that. Maybe Winter's gonna go completely off the rails and go try to slurp up Freya's magic. Now that I'm saying that out loud, it's probably just going to be Neo actually disguised as Winter. Let's just do it. I can't believe Ironwood dies, I guess. Hopefully the audio balancing is fixed. I didn't realize how off it was last week until it was a little bit too late. I'm gonna still probably tweak it a little bit more, so if things are a little bit wonky, I'm so sorry. It's just that I always have to change my setup depending on certain things. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from the tragedy. We're holding out for some romantic light. We'll wake up in a world of charm. Oh, when your tears will set you free. Our life's a destiny, so you just believe. And all you see is all you need. Right now your hope is shattered. It's pointless ever after. And you'll find true love. I'm gonna up my volume real quick because it's a little low for me. When you don't know where to turn to, and you're sure all hope is gone. When the day you... I had a dream last night that Pyrrha came back, and I was like, wow, it's been a while since I've had one of these. And also, like, the look she had was on point, but waking up and you're like, oh right, that's not gonna happen. Was very disappointed. Because it was like a continuation of an old one that I had, so like that was like a... Ooh, I forgot these guys are fighting. It's interesting that Clover isn't there for that sequence. So I'm wondering if that's part of what it means, because I still don't trust the Aesops 100%. Everyone seemed very excited about this episode, so I am fearful. It is again called Gravity, so can't wait for the city to fall out of the sky. That'll be fun. You got a fancy gun. Oh, he does have 2 guns. Why did you only grab 1? 19. Oh, he's counting them. I mean, I guess you want to punch with your metal arm. Yep. That checks. Oof. At least it's not magnetic, because then he'd be really screwed. Oof. God, that's such a cool, like, thing. Toasty. Was that a semblance? Or his aura? What? See, the difference here, Watts, is that while you can control the environment, you are much more of a twink. It must take a really long time to reload that gun. A new song. Doesn't quite go as hard as I'd like, but they really only wanted him to have one gun. Parkour! Just yeet yourself. Oh, that works too. Ha! Okay. So they're both busted. Ooh, that was nice. That brings a whole new meaning to my likes of sleep. Just kick off your shoe. Ooh, there we go. Now it's gone. Kind of wish there was some more impact in this fight, but like physically, animation-wise. What you doing?
You never appreciated my genius, James. You just stood atop it and
Did he just
called
reload?
yourself a giant.
That's why you need to tell your employees you value them.
Everything you could have wanted. You chose that fat imbecile over me.
I figured that was gonna be it. It's the personal gripe against Penny.
I suppose in this instance, my brains and your brawn are evenly matched.
He's out of bullets,
You're
isn't
smart, but you're not the only one who can count.
he? Ha.
Oh, I know.
Ooh, what you doing there? Hello? What the hell? Oh, gnarly!
It's a little too close for my liking, James. Rebuilding those rings is going to be such a pain.
He's gonna do it anyway, isn't he?
If you'll excuse me.
Isn't there a gun by your foot?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, unless you're hoping to add more metal to that body of yours. All right, now, where did they put them? What?
Deku? This is some Star Wars shit.
I will sacrifice whatever it takes
And then he'll pass out from the pain.
to stop her.
Oh, I hope you do, James. I hope you do.
Tyrian Kalos, you're under arrest.
Doubt it. It's gonna be a ooh, nice camera. That was this is gonna be a very fighty episode. This is fun to watch. It's interesting seeing how different animators handle his tail. Ha! Ha! Ooh. No, my quality dropped! It's so pixelated now! Oh. Ha! Robin's gonna be very helpful on their team. Things are going too smoothly. Kick his face in. Yes!
Where's that smile now?
This is Clover, requesting prisoner transport.
Break off the tail part first, maybe. Like the metal part.
We have Tyrian Kalos in custody.
Oh, there's also people arguing about abuse. So I'm curious as to what happens with...
All students are to remain indoors until further notice.
Faculty and upperclassmen can provide
Schnee,
Yes, sir.
was anyone caught trying to enter the school grounds while I was away?
No?
Are you sure?
Still afraid, I see. Now show me where you've been hiding her.
Ooh, that's smart. Penny!
Affirmative.
Do you think Penny ever
Don't
overheats?
understand. Why would the general call us back without giving a reason?
Especially with evacuation still going on in Mantle.
You don't have to understand orders, kids. You just have to follow them.
Civvy transports won't be stopping anytime soon. The General says he needs us now, he needs us now.
You all get to the General and find out what's happening. We'll bring Oscar and see you soon.
Sweetie, you're gonna want to head with them on that first bunch.
General Ironwood?
We have made a critical error.
The Queen piece.
The Black Queen was the symbol Salem showed us before we lost everything. Her way of telling us she was inside,
It was left there.
but it was too late. We stopped Watts. We stopped Kalos, but someone was here. They put this in my office to tell me that it... What if Mantle was just a distraction? What if it was just to draw us away from the Academy to...
He's second guessing
Sir,
himself.
It's going to be okay. We've got Mantle on our side now, and...
How do we know that wasn't part of their plan? How do we know they didn't want us to bring people into Atlas by the thousands?
You're second guessing
In
yourself.
trying to save everyone, we left ourselves most vulnerable.
Salem has been one step ahead of us this entire time!
It's... glass.
Huh.
Black glass. This was Cinder.
She's alive? And she's here?
If Cinder's here, then for all we know, Hazel's here too.
Sir, this isn't over yet. We're with you.
What's in the bag?
Are you with me?
What the fuck?
Sir?
Okay, Ruby's hair looks kind of dumb from that angle.
How did Robin know about the Global Communications Project?
This is not the time.
We told her. The night of the ambush.
You did what?
We were trying to help.
What's in the bag?
Their backs?
Wait. Does that mean you let her escape?
Robin is on our side. She always has been.
We didn't know that for sure.
None of this matters right now.
Loyalty always matters!
Yup.
General Ironwood.
Shoot it. Don't breathe it in.
Huntsman and Huntress's bested Arthur Watts. Congratulations.
We stopped Tyrian too. And we'll stop Cinder and anyone else you try to send here.
Dear girl, their goal was never victory. It was merely to set the stage.
For what?
For me.
I had a feeling that was gonna be
Time isn't on your side, James. It's always been on mine.
Well, yeah.
The people of Atlas have suffered enough. Surrender the staff and the lamp to me, and they needn't suffer any further.
And she's just been waiting for him to crack.
That's not going to happen.
Simply accept the futility of your situation.
Maybe just stomp on it.
And this can all be over.
I don't like that soft look that she's
We've seen
giving.
what you're capable of. The lamp showed us.
Ha!
It showed us everything. We've seen that you can't be killed. But we've also seen you fail. We don't have to kill you to stop you. And we will stop you.
Your mother said those words to me.
My mother?
Don't.
She was wrong too.
Don't bite it. Why did the pixelation drop? Stop. No, Ruby. Oh.
That's Salem? That's who we're up against?
And she's apparently on her way.
No.
We'd be alerted if any forces had approached the kingdom. We have long-range proximity alarms all along the coast and...
They're offline. With all of the chaos, we didn't notice.
Watts must have shut them down.
Or they've already been destroyed.
all of them?
You said in your speech that Amity Tower was ready to launch. Was that true?
No. You just said that to lure out Watts.
General Ironwood?
I've sent your sister to claim the power of the Winter Maiden.
What?
When I realized we'd been compromised, I knew we couldn't wait any longer. The staff and the lamp have to be locked away.
That's what they want, you idiot!
I thought... you said we could keep it.
Well, that was before you lied to me about the lamp. Before you lied to us about Robin. Before Salem was right on our doorstep. Before Mantle was nearly destroyed. And myself and my army were left exhausted. The timeline has changed. And so we must change accordingly.
What are our orders, sir?
We are going to take our plan for Amity Tower and apply it to the city of Atlas.
What?
You're so
It was Oz's
stupid.
plan in a former life, but he didn't take it far enough. If we harness the power of the staff and raise ourselves high into the atmosphere, the city's artificial climate will keep citizens and food supplies unharmed, always out of reach of whatever Salem may try to send our way.
But we're nowhere near finished evacuating everyone. You'd be leaving Mantle to die.
Do you think he cares?
I would. We can't allow Salem to capture the relics. This is our best chance at getting the staff, the lamp, and the maiden as far away from her as possible.
But we have an opportunity to reunite the world. If we launch the tower, we can all work together again. We could even call for help. If we can hold out long enough.
Sometimes doing the right thing means making tough decisions.
You're right. And I think the right thing to do would be to stand our ground.
Me too.
Me too. Me too.
We ran ourselves ragged, trying to save Mantle tonight. We try that again against an even larger force.
But you're huntsmen and huntresses! You can't just back down from a fight!
You can't focus on one single fight while trying to win a war.
What's the council going to say?
Nothing, once I declare martial law.
Oh,
What about Robin?
Who exactly are you loyal to?
We're loyal to the people counting on us to save them.
We are saving who we can.
You're saving yourself.
And you're standing in our way.
It's Sean. We've got a serious problem.
Ironwood's declaring martial law and abandoning Mantle. Salem is coming and he's going to use the staff to move Atlas. If we don't stop it, Mantle's going to be
Pick a side.
What? No!
I'm sorry it's come to this. But until Atlas and the relics are safe, you are all under arrest.
We won't just let you take
Good
us.
luck keeping them. Figures.
I know.
Ruby, are you there? Ruby!
Did you tell them?
Oscar.
They took
Where
him.
are you?
Fuck! God damn it! Shit! Ah! You know, I never really liked Ironwood to begin with, and I still don't. I wish he had died. I wish he had died. Fucking hell! From a writing standpoint, his character makes sense. His choices make sense. But I can respect that, and I know that this is a really good, turn to have. This is not me going, hey, this is poorly written. This is me going, God damn it! This is a good writing choice, but it pisses me off! Fuck! Okay. So, I get it. The one time, he trusted people, it backfired. But he's all, and we saw this again. We saw this with Blake as well. The whole thing of she had believed all of this, that the whole world would crumble if she trusted people, and it proved her right. And that's that's basically what happened with Ironwood. And he's second guessing himself. But the thing that he's not second guessing is that this is what they expected. That he is probably one of the most predictable people in the he is behaving exactly how they're expecting him to behave. And he's not considering that. He's so focused on vengeance and that he's letting it blind him. Which, it happens. It's a human thing. That is not... I was really rooting for him, the whole pulling his arm out. That was gnarly. I appreciate that they're going more gnarly with this. I really do, and I like that you're seeing when things hit their aura, so you can kind of get a countdown for when it gets destroyed. I think that's a really nice touch. I like watch his face all scratched up like that. I was rooting for it, and then he let himself get played so easily. I do like that they brought up the glass again, because that was one thing with RWBY always knowing it was Cinder, was that it was always black glass. So I'm glad that they pointed that up. On a second note, it's really impressive that she was able to make something so detailed as a glass queen. But I feel like the fact that it is a queen is so indicative of what his problem is that it is the queen. Yes, it is one of the most dangerous pieces on the chessboard, but it is not your ultimate goal. The goal is the king, and he's negating all of that. Like, he thinks he's doing it all to protect against Salem, but what are the odds that Salem would actually approach? Like, the sensors are down, yes, but I genuinely don't think that she would go. There's so many circumstances where it would have made things easier if she had gone, considering how powerful she is, not to mention the fact that she is immortal. Like, I don't think she's coming to Atlas. Like, it's not a logical move for her to do. And especially the fact that the seergram was inside Watts's bag, and the fact that it was done in such a way that it could do that. It was all for the purpose of mind games, to get them to turn against each other again, because her whole thing is dividing people, and they were finally coming together and finally getting that sense of unity, and she found the one weakest link, and she managed to split it apart like it was rusted from the start. And, oh, hi, Taco Baby. It's just frustrating, and I really, oh, God. I love RWBY. I'm glad that I had seen the background wrong, so it wasn't RWBY running into the Amity Coliseum. It was just her in the office crying. It's really interesting that it had that effect on her. Because since the Silver Eyes are like the light that's caused by the other brother, it would make sense that she kind of has a connection to Salem almost in that sense. So like Salem was because there's no way RWBY had that memory. So I'm wondering if Salem like dropped in partial memories of Summer. And the fact that she's like, your mother said those exact same words to me. Like, congratulations, you figured out exactly what button to press. And not only did you press it, you broke it. So, huge props to the acting in that scene. The animators who did the sequence with RWBY there, that was really well done. I'm gonna go watch that like 4 more times because it was really nice to see that kind of mental breakdown. It was very good. And I like that you have this moment of defiance, like this moment of strength, and then you immediately get her toppling down. I love that Yang was the first one at her side taking care of her. I'm very glad of that. Weiss's response was very good. And she's like, we just removed one tyrant and they're getting another one. It's almost like Salem knew that this was going to happen with Watts, but I think having the seergram in the bag was more of a precaution. And if things had gone according to plan, then she could have used that in the tower, so I don't think she had planned for this from the beginning, but she's still a bitch. Tyrian, I'm concerned about. Seriously, they should have just taken off, like, the poison bulb. Like, it's metal. You can probably remove it. Take it off. It becomes a lot less dangerous once you do that. I'm interested to see what Clover's going to do. The fact that he's separated from them makes me think that he is either going to side with them and then regret it, or he's going to side with Ironwood and then switch over. I think he's going to be one of those flip-floppy pieces. I mean, we all kind of knew that the Aesops were going to do this. We all kind of knew that the Aesops were going to ultimately be put in front of Team RWBY and Team Juniper as an obstacle. I'm curious that they took Oscar. I hadn't even considered that because I kind of forgot that he was just chilling in the dorms the whole time. So I'm curious if it was Neo or Cinder who took him, or if it was related to Salem specifically, because Cinder wants the relics, but she more so wants the power. So I think it was more of her, maybe like a trade if things went rough. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how that goes. I feel like it was probably more of Salem just because she would know that Ozpin was reincarnated most likely as the boy, especially because of the whole shit with Hazel. I forgot what happened to Hazel. Was he arrested or did he die? Or did he escape? I honestly don't really remember. It was kind of a blur. I'm hoping that they're going... as much as I want to see Team RWBY fight the Aesops, I do really want to see them talk it out. Because I think that'd be good. I think they especially... It's always been a huge thing of just like, no, like, we're co-workers, we're not friends. Like, it's not a mission, it's an order. Like, they're all very much in that fashion. That is so contrary and antithetical to how Team RWBY and Team Juniper operates, that they were going to clash eventually. And I'm really intrigued to see if they can maybe talk them out of this situation. Fucking Ironwood, I want to punch him in his perfect teeth. Like... he makes sense and he's rational as a character, and he's a good character, and what he does follows that character, but sometimes you want to punch that character in the face. I do appreciate RWBY doing, like, letting Jean know and calling all of them. Having Nora be like, did you manage to tell them about Oscar? Was a very good way to show that part. But also, Oscar wouldn't go down without a fight, so we'll see how that goes. He's probably kicking and screaming somewhere. I'm surprised that Ironwood didn't consider that having the queen be placed there would essentially be like, oh, go check on, like, oh, we've been infiltrated, check on the Winter Maiden. I feel like while you can do that, at the same time, that's pretty much guaranteed to show them where they are. Like, you have security cameras, make sure that they're on, like, I'm pretty sure they're still online. So I guess that the whole cross one of Winter and Weiss was for next episode. So I guess they get out of the room eventually, which makes sense. I mean, at the very least, RWBY can get out. But... okay, so we have 1 or 2 more episodes. It feels like there's probably 2 more. I'm not sure, though. Just the way that's building. This was a good one. This was a really good episode. Like, writing-wise, this season has been really, really strong. But I feel like especially this episode, the tension was there, the characters were there, like, it was really nice. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more in the fight. I'm gonna be completely real here. I think it was just because there was so much moving around and because they're not super agile characters that it wasn't as visually interesting to me. I mean, it was still fun to watch. I still enjoyed watching it, but I don't know, I guess I was kind of hoping for a little bit more complexity in that fight, but at the same time, Ironwood's a very straightforward character, so I can't really be upset. Fuck Watts. I guess he's dead, though. So, Ironwood has become quite literally unhinged. He gained a heart and lost his brain for a solid, or rather, he gained a heart and had both for a solid, like, 10 minutes, maybe 20, and then immediately lost both again. Because now he's being both heartless and stupid. And while there is merit to, like, okay, we need to protect Atlas, or we need to protect as many people as we can, we have all these people up now, well, like, you're still sacrificing, like, a whole group of people. And, like, yeah, there's... I know that time isn't the best solution here. Or isn't exactly time isn't exactly something they have at the moment, clearly, because Salem's been alive for fucking ever. But the fact that is that, like, if they go up even higher, they're just going to be even more at risk of the staff. If it's gone, they're fucked. If it's gone, they're fucked. I think Amity Tower is going to have another purpose. It has to at this point. Sorry, my phone keeps chiming. It has to have another purpose. And I'm not mad that the tower wasn't done, but... or that he lied about it. I ultimately think that was still probably the best decision. But his solution of using Atlas as what the Amity Tower was supposed to do, I don't think is going to work well. I don't think it won't work. The second you move the staff, you're boned. The second, if they can even get it up there in time, they're screwed. Like, there's too much room for error, and it screws over a lot of people. And ultimately, he is acting and thinking out of fear and vengeance rather than taking care of the people he's been put in charge of, which is topical. So, just this has gotten me really worked up. This is the first one to get me worked up in a little while. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just like, okay, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I'm curious what Team Juniper's going to do. I know that Weiss is going to run into Winter at some point. I'm curious where Winter is going to stand to all of this. Like, I don't think the Maiden powers are going to go right. Because here's the thing. Yes, there's the machine to transfer aura, and thus the Maiden powers, unnaturally. They don't know if that's going to work. I have the sneaking suspicion that Winter might commit a murder on an old lady. Not like in a mean way, not like in like a brutal way, but just, it's I kind of don't want Weiss. 'Unpopular opinion, I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I kind of don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden. I don't want Weiss to be the Winter Maiden I don't really want that, actually. I don't. At least not at this point in the story. I don't think it'd be very good. So, we'll see how that goes. And honestly, I think it would be generally safer to have it go to someone completely random, because yeah, they don't know where she is, but neither does Salem. So, I'm curious where Oscar is. God damn it, Ironwood! Just... Fuck! That's it. That's all that I really have to say. Just fuck. Also, we all kind of figured that Salem had killed Summer. I'm curious though if she did, because I think that while Summer said those words to her, I don't think Salem killed her. I think it was something else. So we'll see how that goes. Like, I get Ironwood being upset about the lying. I get it. But, and about telling Robin about the tower. But it's like, one was the only way to get her to stop stealing materials for Amity Tower. So, like, calm down. He just has a knee-jerk reaction to everything, except his knee has a gun in it, Full Metal Alchemist style, so he jerks his knee up, and whenever he's startled, ends up shooting 3 people, and also his just value as a person. James, you moronic son of a bitch. Just get a drink and take a fucking nap. Jesus. Alright, well, I'm excited to see where next week's episode goes. I may be a little bit late. Hopefully this will be up in time. I'm not sure. Classes are a little bit weird because we had a holiday and I'm in full all-nighter mode. So, 2 quick things. One, I am planning on attending RTX 2020. I bought my ticket for it. The way that I'm kind of handling this summer is I'm making plans under the assumption I don't have a job. And if I get a job and have to cancel those plans, oh well, I'm still employed. So, I'm planning to be there, subject to change. On top of that, quick heads up, so I had talked previously that I was directing a film for my senior year of college. This film has actually officially disbanded. There was just a lot of issues that I can't really go into. So we're now working on a different film in my class. But I am now the lead animator on that film, so I will be very busy working on that, and if y'all follow me on Twitter, get ready for lots of really tired screaming, and shitty jokes about my carpal tunnel process. Hopefully, you guys won't be able to see that short for a long time, because it has to go through the competition circuit, but wish me luck, and I'll see y'all eventually. I'll probably be able to watch next week's episode. We'll see how I'm doing busy-wise, because I'm the lead, I basically... Any shots that people struggle with on the team, if they struggle with it, they go to me. So I might go from having 700 frames to a lot more than 700 frames. On top of working on 2 other films and a video game and potentially another film. So wish me luck. I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna go play D&D and then do my homework and not sleep. So, fuck Ironwood.